Hi everyone, it's Miss Brown. I'm back for day 4 of our lesson this week. Again, we're touching on figurative language and fiction, and we're also briefly touching on cause and effect and how it can impact the plot. So without further ado, I will share my slides and we'll get started. Okay. You should see my slide presentation. Again, we're covering the impact of figurative language and cause and effect on plot. This is part 2. Today, we will identify and analyze figurative language in short examples of text, but we will also identify cause and effect relationships in a story and connect them back to the plot. For materials, you'll just need a notebook and a pencil and your vocabulary card. Okay, briefly, these are the notes that we've covered this week. Again, these notes are in your slide every single day, but you also made vocabulary cards Monday, so you have those notes in front of you as well. Again, keep those out because you will be using those today. These are the elements of plot. And then you know that plot is a series of events that makes up a story. So if you need to make a reference to this, this is included in the slide as well. Okay. Today's guided practice activity is pretty simple. What we're going to do is read each example and then we'll identify the type of figurative language that is being used in each of the examples. Last, we'll figure out what is meant by that example. So we'll figure out the type after we've read it. So we'll read, figure out the type, and then figure out the meaning. Okay? The old clock down in the parlor, like a sleepless mourner, grieves. Which technique is being used? Simile, metaphor, personification, or hyperbole? What is the meaning of this example? Write your responses in your notebook for me. Number 2, when the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears, which technique is being used? Simile, metaphor, personification, or hyperbole? What is the meaning of this example? Okay, here are your responses. The old clock in the parlor, like a sleepless mourner, grieves. We're using a simile here, and it's comparing the clock to a mourner who doesn't sleep as the result of his or her grief. Number 2, when the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears. The technique that's being used here is personification. We're basically saying that the stars are being given human qualities because stars cannot throw spears and they can't cry tears. There's a comma here because if you continue this poem, they give more examples of what the stars are doing, and they're giving them human traits and characteristics. So this poem continues. Okay, for your independent practice, I've attached a little video clip. It's called Hair Love. If you haven't seen it, you'll enjoy it, I'm sure. You'll watch the video clip. So you'll click the video link first. And then once you finish watching the video link, you will click the activity link, which includes the Hair Love questions. These are the Hair Love questions. I have given you one example, so I will read the example to you, but you'll do the rest of these in your notebooks on your own, okay? The mountainous mound of massive curls proved to be both mighty and majestic is an example of alliteration. Note they use the word mountainous, mound, massive, mighty, and a majestic. Those 5 words all have a similar sound at the beginning using the letter M. So it makes that sound, okay? So that is an example of alliteration. You will complete the rest of these questions on your own after you've completed the video. So you may want to pause here or either at the end of this video, go back to the links, watch your video, and then complete your activity. I've also included the answer key. Okay, again, you have to watch the video before you answer the questions. So I need you to make sure you watch the video, then answer the questions, then you can click the link and get the responses that you need after you've attempted them yourself. Okay, for our written reflection today, you will read the poem The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Then you will write a short story summary in your journals of what you've read, and you will identify 3 examples of figurative language being used in that story. Now, I've attached both the reading link for this activity as well as the video link. So you have 2 links that you can reference. This is the reading link again, so you'll go back and you'll read this. And then if you need the auditory lesson, you could do the video link and then it'll read it to you and it'll show you what's going on as it's reading it. It's a visual link. So you can utilize both of these and then write your responses in your notebook. And then tonight for independent reading, you're going to read a novel of your choice or a short news article for 20 minutes. I want you to try to see if you can find 1 to 2 examples of figurative language that are being used in the reading selections that you've chosen. Again, this is just a practice activity to kind of go with your reading, okay? And we are done for today. So remember, I want you to go to your links and I want you to make sure that you are clicking the appropriate links for each day so that you can watch the videos and answer the questions that relate to the videos and then check your answers afterwards. Okay. So without further ado, that is the end of our lesson today. I've enjoyed you guys. Tomorrow we will conclude all of our lessons with a review. So again, thank you for joining me and I hope you have a wonderful day.